dude is trending right here for his death. Fuzzy. I don't even know if it's Zoeller or Zeller, but I'm about to find out, I guess. And welcome. I hope you're doing well. How to pronounce? Is it Zeller? Let's see. Here, you want to look with me? It's Zoeller, okay? So he's trending. We have his death at age 74. Did they even, of course, I don't think they even disclose how he died. Let's see. Two-time major champion, one of golf's most gregarious characters whose career was tainted by a racially insensitive joke about Tiger Woods. According to a long time colleague, he Fuzzy Zoeller dies at 74. Cause of death was not immediately available. What was so? Look, you want to see the quote or whatever? Let's look at this right here. It says in 1997, after Tiger Woods won his first Masters, golfer Fuzzy Zoeller made a racially insensitive comment telling a CNN reporter that Woods should not serve fried chicken or collard greens at the following year's championship dinner. See that right there? Are these items associated with Thanksgiving, by the way? Collard greens? I guess some people could have fried chicken, but because we just had Thanksgiving, are collard greens a dish at Thanksgiving? Look, collard greens are a popular side dish at Thanksgiving, especially for those with southern roots. Isn't that interesting? And we just had Thanksgiving. Hey, look, he died on Thanksgiving. Oh, God. I think people might do. Um, I don't, I can do collard greens. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure people might do fried chicken as well on Thanksgiving. Is that like a new trend also? Because this guy dies, he made that comment, and it's connected to Thanksgiving, right? Let me know if you think if I'm stretching with that. Is fried chicken popular in some areas on Thanksgiving? Yes. A popular alternative to turkey. I'd rather have chicken if I really cared. Wow, look at that, especially and they're talking about the South again. Isn't that amazing? Damn, that's kind of like I kind of hit on that one on the fly right there. Here's a quote. You know what you guys do when he gets in here. You pat him on the back and say congratulations and enjoy it. And tell him not serve fried chicken next year. Got it? Ugh, that's brutal. As he walked away, he added, or collard greens or whatever the hell they serve. Ugh, that's brutal right there, huh? I'm There's been a lot of racist energy out there lately. Remember the Tulsa race massacre? One of the last survivors just died. Viola, her name. That's trending. And we may have had another race story as well. But wow. Would that be That's interesting, right? I'm curious, and I don't like to use the word really like black people, but as far as like doing searches and stuff like that, excuse me if that comes off kind of cringe, but we've all been programmed. But let me ask Google here. Um Why is collard greens and chicken associated with black people? Let's just see what Google says. Is it a South thing or it's just considered soul food? Let's see. Due to a history rooted, and we have no problem saying like white people, right? Like I have my mom's white, but I'm a mixed race. So it's interesting, we're more sensitive when we say like black people and stuff. But due to a history rooted in West African traditions, the context of slavery, and the development of soul food, collard greens and chicken. I wonder if it was just something that was like just programmed into people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's interesting because history is like fake anyway. The history that we remember is real, but we don't really know what happened before that. Anyways, let's. So I got this. He dies at 74. Okay, man, that was a lot of talk, and that's a racist word, isn't it? Right, master. That's racially connected, isn't it? A master. Come on, man. Isn't that ridiculous? Hey, look, he's Indiana golf legend. Indiana equals 47, dead at 74. He's from Floyd Knobs. Isn't that interesting? Because we had the George Floyd incident, which was a racial story as well. Telling you this stuff is with the language, okay? It says New Albany. Look, Floyd County. Isn't that amazing? Because we have George Floyd, and that was a racially charged story. Isn't that interesting? Right? The world is fake, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a fake world we live. I give dude credit for kind of just accepting his mistakes, I guess. And he's from down south, so is that, you know, I guess I would have to ask a black man's opinion, right? But if you're down south and you're intertwined with white people down south, um is it acceptable for the white person to kind of like try to be funny and just kind of make little like assumptions of the opposite race? Is if y'all are cool, I mean, is that like, maybe it could be like normalized down there in certain communities, you know what I'm saying? And that's not me saying that's like a for sure thing, but maybe like the chicken and the collard greens thing, and this guy's a funny guy, maybe in that area they don't view it as we do in other territories in this country, right? So that's just something else I throw out there. But again, that wouldn't be for me to answer, right? So they say fuzzy is funny. That's interesting because fuzzy, take the two Z's, put N's, you get funny. They say he's like a funny guy or whatever. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it? And man, that was a lot before even getting into this. And I don't want to take too long. And I think I have a lot of slides, damn it. But look, he dies 1127. You can see how 1127 is like 127. Fuzzy Zoeller equals 127. He dies right after his birthday. Can you see right there? Look at the death date, 1127. And then the letters are converted into numbers with the reverse cipher. Z is 1, A is 26. So can you see how that goes together? 1127, 127. Isn't that interesting? And that's his death date. And, born on the 11th in the 11th month, dies in the 11th month, 16 days after his birthday. Okay, check this out. Because fuzzy equals 104, if you were to pick one word about this whole story, it's going to be the main character involved. His first name is Fuzzy. Fuzzy equals 104. That just hit with the Steph Curry breakdown. He got injured losing to the Rockets. The Rockets scored 104 points, trending. Remember, he scored 14 points in that game. He's born on the 14th. He even connects here with Steph Curry by the numbers. In a little bit deeper detail, Stephen Curry, 64 and 62, like Frank Zoeller. That's his real name, Frank Urban Zoeller Jr. 92, like racist. 92, like Steph Curry's name, Wardell Curry II. I didn't have the clip of the full name in there. I usually like to do that. You see it right over on the right there. Frank Urban Fuzzy Zoeller II. I wonder if he's connected to Keith Urban. He's got that Urban name. Wow. His birthday is just a couple of weeks after Keith Urban. Look, October 26th birthday for Keith Urban. 11/11 birthday, Frank Urban Fuzzy Zoeller Jr. Fake world. And that's on the fly right there. That's a fake world, man. And again, Steph Curry full name? Wardell Stephen Curry II. So we get a second with Curry, and this is Frank Urban Fuzzy Zoeller Jr. So that's kind of like a second, isn't it? And he's born 11/11. 1 plus 1 is 2 with the month and the day that he's born. So, a lot of that stuff on the fly. Look at those connections again right there. He's connecting with racist. And look at, I said Fuzzy is funny, is what they kind of were associating with him, right? Fuzzy's got the 5 letters like Curry. Remember, Curry's trending with the injury. Fuzzy's trending with the death. So you get that kind of downfall energy. One is worse than the other. I guess depending on the scenario or situation, I'd rather have a right quadriceps injury than die, but they're kind of like negative stories. You know what I'm saying? But Fuzzy, Curry, you see that? Currry, Fuzzzy. I'm telling you, this stuff is with the language right in front of our faces, and most people don't see it. That's not like necessarily a slap in the face connection there, but I caught that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now look, it gets more amazing because this is a racially insensitive joke about Tiger Woods. Now the dude dies with the Tulsa Race Massacre. Viola, she died trending. I mentioned that earlier. So that's a race story. Now you get another race story. But look, this joke was about Tiger Woods. Remember, he's got the LeBron birthday. LeBron James, the same birthday. And Steph Curry was born in the same hospital as LeBron James, remember? So look at that connection. And I think low key, these characters are all like, why do they all have similar looks? And why do they all kind of look the same? And then they connect with stories because Curry, I was looking at this older pic of Tiger Woods, and I'm like, man, they kind of have they're kind of like they kind of appear similar and like similar maybe auras about them, which I just think is interesting. I also think like Patrick Mahomes looks a lot like Steph Curry. You got to like minus the hair and minus other things that distract you. And Steph Curry is a similar type of character to Patrick Mahomes. And you're talking all these different sports, they give you like the same version of something in a different form. So Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the Chiefs, is like a Steph Curry kind of the Warriors in the NBA, and you get Tiger Woods. Remember, go look at the Tiger Woods uh like photos when he got arrested, and they said they say he was drunk, or they say he was on pills, or maybe a combination of both. Go look at those photos. He looks like Russell Wilson as well. And Russell Wilson kind of has this like image about him as well, which is relatable to these other characters. So there's something strange going on in the world, and you know there's different speculations about that, but this stuff isn't a coincidence that characters connect by the numbers. They connect in these stories. I prove it daily. And then the characters are similar besides that, if that makes sense. Look at Tiger and Fuzzy. Look at the language here with the numbers. The numbers make it hit big when you see it. Tiger's got 32 like Fuzzy, and again, that's 5 letters, and again, like Curry with the 5 letters, right? Fuzzy and Tiger, 32 and 32, 31 and 31. You even get that 13. Woods equals 23, which is the 32 reflection. Racist joke. Remember, I mentioned the Viola Ford Fletcher, one of the last survivors of Tulsa Race Massacre, dies at age 111. Trending. Racist joke equals 111. Now we get this other racial story, racist joke by Fuzzy Zoeller, and then racist joke equals 111. It's right in the title of our article here. And you can see black equals 11, Tulsa 10. Minus that 0, you get 111. 111. Look at how deep this goes, man. Zoeller 93 and 39, racist joke 39. Zoeller 96, racist joke 69. Frank Urban Zoeller Jr. Oh, this I had this one earlier. I guess I got it twice. This slide hits better though. 92 like racist. I mean, look, he's looking down on Tiger, isn't he? And I mentioned earlier Indiana equals 47, where he's born. Racist equals 47, dies at age 74. See that right there? Wow, huh? We'll just verify that Indiana 47. I didn't catch that until the video I played earlier. Indiana's got that 47, you see? Right there. Bam. We could play this other video now. I mean, come on, man. You die right after your birthday. So let's play. This guy's saying Zeller. It's Zeller or Zoeller. I don't know. Google said it was Zoeller. I don't know. Waving a white towel, you get that white black racial stuff again. Even though they're not going to say See how they don't catch that, but I do? This is the life of a decoder, man. Do you like how I caught that master connection as well? Is a master racially motivated the word? They're probably going to say no. Not inherently or exclusively a racially motivated word. Shut up. Would slaves call masters their by like you see what I'm saying? Yes, enslaved people would call their enslavers master. Come on, man. You think I'm not the smartest person around, but god damn it if I can't decode. You know what I'm saying? Give me a break, man. They said that this guy won the Masters in 79. I don't even want to say god damn it. I don't like to say stuff I've been programmed. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. Look at the thumbnail land heavy right there. So was there a 79 right here? There doesn't have to be. I just wanted to see here. Oh, look, Richard West, if you're out there, Tiger's got that 76 and 59, which connects to a whole bunch of racism and history with the 59 and 76. Black History Month ends on the 59th day of the year. I keep forgetting that one, and I think it's Slave and Negro that had the 76. Tiger's got the 59 and 76. Uh, I think it is Zeller. I don't think it's Zoeller. But anyways, man, let's just verify that as well right here. Slave, 59 and 76. Look, you get that 31 right there as well. Look at that. Slave's got the 31 like Fuzzy, 31 like Tiger. Look at that right there. But that 59 and 76 like Tiger, Negro 59 and 76. Look at the 32 right there. Fuzzy equals 32, Woods 23. I mean, you can't deny that. Anybody want to deny that? Deny that. Come on. So look, this racial stuff is hitting now. Remember, he was born in Floyd County, like George Floyd. Fuzzy, Zeller, or Zoeller, two-time major champion, haunted by racist joke about Tiger Woods, dies at age 74. No other details given. Until next